Good afternoon, everybody. I would like to welcome you today to the Ephemera webinar. I'm Bernadette Rogers, General Manager of Ephemera, and I'm joined today on this webinar by Caroline Snowden, the Ephemera Events Manager. What we're going to do today is we're going to walk you through some of the key highlights, some key points of the conference in 2017. I'm going to give you a brief overview. We're going to tell you where you can find some more information and also what you can look forward to. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to have a look through those key points and give you an overview. There is, you may see on your screen, an Ask a Question tab on the left-hand side normally. It stays live. You can send in a question at any time, and what we'll do then is at the end of it, we'll have a look through those questions and we'll be able to hopefully provide some answers. If we can't answer them today, we'll be able to follow it up with an email to you and then give you the details. We will be making a recording of this webinar because we would like to put it on our website. This time we're going to put it on the Ephemera Conference website, which is www.ephemeraconference.org. And that will just be available for us to direct everybody who isn't able to join us today to get an overview and to record it for themselves in their own time. A PDF of the slides are also going to be available as well to you, and we can also send them out. So, what we're going to look at is our conference in June. It's at the Beurs van Berlage in Amsterdam. So, what are we going to look at today? We're going to give you some key highlights and why you need to be there. Well, hopefully that's why you'll take away from this webinar why you need to be there with us in June in Amsterdam. So we're going to look at some new initiatives. Every year we review the feedback from the previous conference and also sometimes the previous conference to that. And we have a look at what people have fed back to us. Comments, suggestions, they're all really, really helpful. What we do then is we discuss them with the programme committee, we discuss them with the board, and we see which ones are we able to implement, which ones would be very useful changes for everybody attending. And then we discuss them and see what we can do. So we do have some new initiatives for 2017. We're also going to take a look at the paper topics and themes, which we hope will be inspiring. And these have been worked on very hard by our programme committee and the steering committee. We've also got training opportunities. Every year we have some training workshops brought to you by the Learning and Development Committee. This year there is some change there as well, so we'll walk you through that as well, get you on board with what's happening with them, and when you go to sign up for the conference, then you'll be able to see which ones you might want to select to attend. No conference would be complete without its networking opportunities. And for you as suppliers, obviously we recognise that that's a very important aspect of the event, and that's very clear in the feedback. Every year, networking, meeting contacts, and sort of seeing new people and also meeting people that you have met before. It's all part of the experience. And we recognise that that is an integral part of attending the event. We're also going to be talking about exhibition. If you haven't exhibited before, then obviously this is a section for you as well. We'll be able to walk you through why you should exhibit, what's included, and what are the key benefits, because you also get a session included in your exhibition fee. We still have some sponsorship opportunities, and again there are some benefits of that, and we'll be able to highlight them to you. And then finally we'll also give an overview of if you want to book your accommodation through us, what we're offering there, but of course you're also free to find your own accommodation in Amsterdam. There is plenty of choice in Amsterdam for accommodation and at a huge range of different prices. So first of all, as I mentioned, we do look back to feedback given to us from previous events. And the feedback from the 2016 conference in Frankfurt was that it was a very good success. So we've maintained our numbers. So we always have around 300 delegates, and 300 did come around in Frankfurt. And it's clear that for about the last 2 or 3 years, we've had about 80 to 90 industry pharma delegates across 30 different companies. Now, we know that is a very important number for many suppliers. They like to know which companies are coming. They like to know how many different companies are coming. And what we do is on the website also, those who give us permission, we also publish the name, not the names, but the job titles and the names of the companies from where people are coming from. So as people start to register, they give us permission to list those on our website. We do have a lot coming from global and headquarter functions, obviously, but increasingly as well, we've seen some affiliate people, especially when we're in Frankfurt. There was a lot of affiliates local, and we were able to welcome them also along to our event. That sort of high level of high number of industry people coming gave a very, very good networking ratio of 2-to-1 of suppliers to clients. And we often hear that that's very difficult to replicate in other places, in other events, etc. So 2-to-1 has been our sort of standard networking ratio, suppliers to clients, for about the last 2 to 3 years. We know that quite a lot of our suppliers are also looking for customers from full service agencies, and also some of them are also looking for fieldwork connections. And we had last year in Frankfurt well over 80 different companies from the supplier side attending. Huge range from different countries, offering different services, full service, data collection, different types of services, and all that added to make a great mix. So I think the flavour, the diversity, and the quality of the attendees really makes our event very unique. We're hoping that 2017 will be equally popular, and we know that the venue in Amsterdam is a very popular venue. And you can see there on the screen we have some quotes there which we included from agencies and suppliers last time who've given us permission to include that quote here today. So great opportunities. Somebody was very impressed with the way we've evolved, and somebody also was commenting about the topics on the papers. So we hope that's given you a first introduction. And now we're going to focus on, well, what's new? I mentioned right up front that there is, every year, some new offerings. So some of the feedback was that we know that there's always a group of, I don't like to say younger, but less experienced professionals, say coming into the industry with 2 to 3 years experience, and maybe they're coming for the first time. Now, we often know that, budgets are always challenged, and yet these less experienced executives would really, really benefit from coming along. So feedback showed that what we should be doing is offering for less experienced colleagues a bigger package at a reduced price. So we discussed it with the programme committee, and what we have put into one, and it is lower, their registration fee is lower. So if they have 2 to 3 years experience and they are a first-time attendee, they get the conference registration at a lower fee. Included in it, they get free workshop attendance on the Tuesday, and there is a specifically developed skills workshop, which we'll come on to inform you of a bit later, about qualitative research, focusing on projective techniques and ethnography. And furthermore, what we're also including in that package are our 3 online training modules. So you can register for these after the conference: the Introduction to International Pharmaceutical Market Research, Managing a Research Project, and the Role of Market Research in the Product Life Cycle. So that whole package is available in one lower conference registration fee. And also a bit later in the year, as part of the same package, the Learning and Development Committee is hoping to follow up in Q4 or around there with another skills webinar to further complement our offering for those who are 2 to 3 years experience and also first-time attendees. So that's the sort of thing that we have acted on, and we have introduced now for 2017. So, what else have we done? If you haven't been to our conference before, then you wouldn't know that the previous years you had to pay to attend the training workshops. These are on the Tuesday. They're always on Tuesday afternoon for 3 to 4 hours, and this year we have extended them to be 4 hours long. But now they're free. The reason why is that ephemera feels it's really important to train our attendees, our members, to offer training. And so now it's included in your registration fee, and we're making it available to all paying conference delegates. We've got 3 great workshops on offer, 2 for the experienced healthcare market researchers, and 1, as I've just explained, for those with 2 to 3 years experience and who also are first-time attendees. We'll go into it a little bit more, a little bit later, about what the workshops are about, but you can see there the 3 titles. Workshop 1 is about sharpening your business analysis skills to meet the needs through the product lifecycle. The second one is about patients, best practices in patient research. And the third one is the skills workshop, which I mentioned, which is qualitative research. And then particularly, we had a discussion with our program committee about what can we offer those who are our loyal attendees. There are many companies who return year after year to our conference, and we'd like to thank them in terms of the exhibition by offering them until the early bird fee closes in early March. We'd like to offer them a 25% discount on the booth fee. That's already proved to be quite popular, and people are already contacting us to take advantage of that offer, which expires in early March. So what I'd like to do now is just hand over to Caroline, who has been very involved in the program committee and also on the conference program, and she's just going to take you through some of the key points about our program. Caroline.
Okay, thank you very much, Bernadette, and welcome to you all. Firstly, I'd just like to say that the program committee were very, very impressed this year with both the quality and the quantity of papers that were submitted for the conference. We really value people putting in submissions and spending time doing it. We know it takes a lot of time to do, and the quality was really high this year, and people had obviously really thought about the topics and the emphasis that would really give attendees a lot of value from what they were going to listen to. As you can see from the slide, we are offering 23 parallel sessions this year, which is a lot of sessions to delegates, and 3 plenary sessions. So there's a huge choice of papers to listen to. And as you can see, there's a huge range of different topics. We know real-world data, for example, is a really hot topic at the moment, and we have a plenary session on that being given by Tom Haskell from Kantar Health, called Real-World Data Demystified, which is one of the opening plenaries on the Wednesday. We also got a number of sessions on how to increase the value of market research and business intelligence, which we obviously know is very important. What we've tried to do this year is group different topics together. So, for example, we have a number of topics, or a number of papers on increasing the value of market research and business information that we've kind of grouped together so that people can sort of follow a stream of in a particular topic area if they're particularly interested in something. We've got market access, we have patient insights, which again we know is very important. We're pleased to include in the program a paper on devices, and a medtech diagnostics company are coming to present on something relevant in that field, as well as some discussions, a fieldwork discussion, which will be very interesting because we've fairly recently started a new fieldwork forum, and that's obviously a very important part of research, and so the discussion session will look at some of those very important topics that are coming from that forum. Respondent engagement, secondary data, technology, all of these will be in the program and are very important. And also, for the first time, we'll have some new ephemera award-winning papers on fieldwork, on excellence in collaboration, on excellence in data analytics, and excellence in customer insights. So as you can see, there's a lot to choose from. We've also got a brand new speaker to add to the program, which is our keynote speaker, who's a lady called Helen Eriksson, who's a business psychologist and change expert based in Denmark. So she will be opening the conference on the Wednesday. So more about her as the program evolves. We're also delighted that we've had a lot of speakers, or have a lot of speakers on the programme from pharma and healthcare companies, probably more than ever actually. We've got 8 speakers from pharma and healthcare, often presenting with an agency, which we find is an excellent combination because it shows the technical side of things and also how that research technique or methodology or whatever it might be has really helped that pharma healthcare company. So we're really delighted, for example, that we've got speakers from Nanobiotics, from Biomeria, Astellas and Roche, just to name a few. And alongside them, we've got a whole range of agencies talking this year, from very large companies like GSK, and M3 Global to Cello Health, and some smaller companies like Group H, who are very, very small in the grand scheme of things. So we've got a very wide range of different companies who are presenting their papers on a whole range of different topics. And interestingly, we've also got a number of speakers from different countries as well. We've got speakers from Germany, from Japan, from Hungary, from the UK, the Netherlands and Denmark, as I've just mentioned. So a lot of different speakers from a lot of different countries. So there's a huge range to tempt you at the conference. I just wanted to put a quick plug in for some speaking opportunities that still exist. We have one parallel session that had a speaker missing, so we're very active in looking for an excellent topic and speaker or speakers to fill that slot. And if you're interested in any of these, please contact me. My email is below. We also have a future leaders session, and there are 2 slots remaining there. We have 1 slot filled already. There are 3 slots in total. These are short 10-minute slots and have proved to be very popular. We've run these for the last few years. This gives a great opportunity for our less experienced colleagues to present on a topic for a short time, and it's a much more informal setting. We set it up in a much more informal way. So if you know somebody that would perhaps like to do one of these slots, then again, please contact me. The third sessions that we have available are the soapbox sessions, which again have proved very popular. They occur on the Wednesday just before the evening event, and they're a series of short 5-minute presentations that are really designed to be a little bit provocative perhaps, to engage with the audience, to get people thinking about topics that they perhaps haven't thought about before, and again have proved very popular. So again, contact me if you'd like any more information. So I'm now going to pass you back to Bernadette, who'll talk you through some of the training opportunities.
Thanks, Caroline. That was a great overview, and I hope has given you a really good flavour, everyone, of what we're going to be talking about really in June, because we try to address the topics that are popular, that are of the moment, and are the ones that people want to hear about, and particularly things like, as Caroline said, real-world data. And it's no different here in the workshops. The Ephemera Learning and Development Committee is very active, and they read through very carefully all the feedback that they receive from members via webinars, via training workshops and via the conference, and look at the topics that are coming through and thinking, is that something that we could address in a training workshop? And if so, how could we do it? How could we deliver it? What could we cover? And is it something that's hot topic, or is it's relevant? How is it relevant to members' needs? So as I mentioned before, we have these 3 topics, quite different. Workshop 1, which is about sharpening your business analysis skills. And that's going to look at analysis techniques that can be used to analyze data at different product life cycle stages. So that's going to appeal to those people who want to learn a little bit more about that and to fine-tune their skills or to learn more. The second workshop focuses on something completely different, which is patients. And that workshop there is about best practices in patient research, and it's to appraise the impact of the patient component in the qualitative and quantitative project life cycle. And then the third workshop, which I have already mentioned, is the skills workshop aimed at those with 2 to 3 years experience and first-time attendees. That is also convened by the Learning and Development Committee, And there we will be covering projective techniques. You know, what are they? When do you use them? How do you apply them? And ethnography. And again, looking at that in depth. It's quite a challenging topic, and also there are ethical considerations to be covered as well when we're looking at ethnography in our projects. As I mentioned, they're all free of charge to paying delegates. We've extended them slightly, so now they're 4 hours long, so it's a deeper dive into a very specific topic. Lunch is provided, and when you go to the online booking online via our registration site, you can tick the box for whichever one you are able to or would like to attend. Obviously, you don't have to attend one, but if you're coming in on Tuesday, it's a great opportunity to add value to your conference package. Now, we've covered right at the beginning about networking. The venue, the Burrs, as we call it, it's been a fantastic venue for networking, and I think the feedback from the first event we held there in 2015 was that, you know, it was unrivaled. There's a great heart to it, and I think, you know, it's an old building, it's got a lot of history, and it's full of character. But I think you do feel this heart to the hub. You know, there's a centre to it, there's a liveliness. And obviously we do like to make the most of that. So held in the venue is the Welcome Cocktail. That's on Tuesday, the 20th of June at 7 o'clock. Then at any time you can network in the hub pre-conference, times in the mornings before the conference day starts. There's coffee breaks and lunches both days with plenty of time to catch up with people in the agency fair. And this year also, slight change, we're taking our evening event off-site, very short distance, no coaches, no big bus rides, a very short walk from the Burrs to the venue. And there we hope to have a relaxed evening with food and drink in a nice environment to meet and network with colleagues. So, I talked about exhibiting. It is a great venue to exhibit. There is, and we have got fantastic feedback from exhibitors in 2015. What we do is we have the exhibition co-located with the Welcome Cocktail. It's a very relaxed environment to discuss with contacts, with customers, with clients. And there you'll be able to, in the exhibition, you'll also be able to have your coffees, your lunches in the agency fair. So you don't have to move around the venue. It's all co-located in one central area. It offers plenty of time and opportunity to meet with customers and potential clients and discuss business. And I think the feedback from 2015 was that it was great networking space. As you book, you then get an opportunity, once you've booked and paid, to choose your booth position. And everybody really likes that because you get an overview of all the spaces available, and when you choose your booth position, obviously you get to see who else is available, who else is exhibiting, and so you can choose where you'd like to put your own space. Booth. So you can place an item in the delegate bag as well as part of your registration fee. So what that means is we have our delegate bag, and people often, well, not people, but companies like to be able to put an item in the delegate bag. It's not promotional stuff. It's like pads, pens, anything like that you have maybe that's part of your promotional package for your company. There you can put it in the delegate bag as part of your exhibition registration fee. Something else that we've developed, which is an option as well if you're an exhibitor, is you can book either a day delegate or a shared conference place if you book 2 full places. Now we know that some companies like that flexibility because they like to be able to bring someone out just for a specific day. They like to be able to have that flexibility of sharing a conference space, etc. So we have developed our registration as well so that you can do that once you've got an exhibition space and 2 delegate spaces as well booked. Now, last year, we introduced something new last year, and this was very, very popular. So when you book your booth, You also get included in that an agency session. That's a speaking slot on the conference program. It's included in there. You'll see it. Usually, I'm not sure if they all are this year. They're sort of before and after lunch. There's 24 slots available, so not every exhibitor gets one, or actually, in fact, sometimes some exhibitors don't want one for whatever reasons. It's a half-hour slot. They're in parallel at 4 different times across the 2 days, and you can present on anything you wish. We don't look at the content. We don't control it in any way. It's your slot to present on whatever topic you'd like to do that day. Now, last year, the feedback from this was great, really. People really liked it because it gave them a chance to develop a topic, to invite speakers along if they had someone internally who would like to come out to deliver the talk. They could choose a topic on anything relevant to themselves and relevant to the audience, where they could offer a topic that they want to either discuss a new service, air some views about a controversial topic. We had one talk last year about the impact of Brexit, etc. And here are some of the topics that you might want to just glance your eyes down, which were presented in 2016. They cover everything, don't they? And you can see there the company name that did them and what they covered. So, you could almost read every one out and get something different from each one, covering patients, multi-channel marketing, a new platform for somebody was included, some results of a survey. A couple of those presenting had done some internal research, either through syndicated or other types of online research, and they then used that opportunity to present. So that's a great list there, and it shows you what's possible in your 30-minute slot. So also some sponsorship opportunities as well. We've got great opportunities to sponsor, and if you want to increase your presence at the conference or want to promote a new brand or logo or raise your profile, this is the opportunity. We've already sold the water bottles, the badge lanyard, and the conference photographer, but we've got some other items available, the delegate bag, the A5 notepad, and also very, very popular last year were the banner ads on the app, and Caroline's involved in uploading and developing those as well. They're available on the app throughout the event, and I think we had 3 or 4 sponsors who took advantage of that last year. And also this year we've included on the program a conference training workshop sponsorship. We have demand for this. People have asked us about these. Is it possible to develop our own training workshop and give it to delegates? So this is the opportunity. For a modest fee, for 1.5 hours on the Wednesday, you can develop a training workshop on any topic, nothing that we'll be involved in, and you can invite any of the delegates along to attend that. Obviously, if you're interested, just get in touch. So, Caroline, I guess that people might want to know where they could stay during the conference, and we have a slide next, don't we?
Yeah, always good to know where you're going to stay. Obviously, as Bernadette said earlier, there are a lot of different hotels in and around Amsterdam, and bearing in mind that the Beurs is very, very central, there are a lot of hotels available. Our conference organizer has negotiated rates with a number of hotels, and there are 5 listed here where they've made such an arrangement. They're all reasonably, high quality hotels, as you can see, 4 and 5 star. They're all reasonably close. I mean, the closest is 350 meters away, and the furthest is 1.3 kilometers away. So not far at all. Obviously, you're free to go wherever you like, but if you'd like to book, then when you register, there will be an option on there to express an interest in booking a hotel, and that can be arranged for you. So please feel free to have a look at those hotels and see what you think, and then make your booking when you do your registration. So not much to say about hotels, but I'll pass you back to Bernadette now to wrap up.
Thanks for that, Caroline. We always sell out our hotels, by the way. Our allocation always goes. So if you want them, it's best to always book as soon as you can. So finally, do join us in June with Amsterdam to take advantage of everything we've got on offer. Bear in mind that on the 14th of March at 4 p.m. UK time, the early bird fee goes. We're not able to open it up again, so book early to get the best prices, especially if you're a returning exhibitor, to get 25% off. There is a code to register, so you can ask us for that as well. And we have this dedicated conference website, the ephemeraconference.org, where everything is uploaded, including this webinar recording. And there you can find out all the latest information, as and when we add speakers, anything like that, and then you can check it out there. Just finally, before we get to any questions, we've got a webinar coming up next week from the Learning and Development Committee. It's on Tuesday next week in the afternoon, around this time, from 1:30 to 2:30 UK time. And that's already proving very popular. And if you want to register members, that's also on our website. So, are there any questions? If I can see one, Caroline, that's come in. When you asked about there was a speaker slot available in one of the parallel sessions, is it any particular topic that you were looking for, Caroline, on that, or is it still open?
No, very, very open. I mean, I think definitely real-world data is obviously a topic that is high on the list of topics, but to be honest, I'm pretty open to any topic, and if you can present a topic with a client, that would be great. That always has a certain amount of sway when we're reviewing them. Obviously, it will need to be reviewed by the program committee, any submission. But if you would like to get in touch with me, I can send you the submission form, and then I'd be delighted to pass that on. So yes. In answer to your question, no, there isn't a particular topic, but
sure,
feel free.
Okay, well, we're right at the end of our half hour now. The half hour's just gone by very quickly. I'd like to thank you all for staying with us right till the end. There will be a short evaluation questionnaire, which will come as a link afterwards.
No, there won't.
And there isn't one today.
No, not for this one.
We're not going to do it today. Usually we do, but today we're not going to bother with that. But we really appreciate you attending. We hope you found out everything today that you need to know now to be able to register and take advantage of all the opportunities available in June. But as always, any questions, just get in contact with Caroline or I, events@ephemera.org and General Secretary at ephemera.org. So, thanks very much. We look forward to seeing you in Amsterdam, and have a good afternoon, a good morning, and a good week. Thank you very much from Caroline and I.